a Filipino lady arriving in Australia, Part 2, Friends. When your Filipino lady, wife, girlfriend or fiance, arrives in Australia from Philippines with a partner visa or a tourist visa, she will need to make some friends sooner rather than later. But most homes in the Philippines are like a scene from Neighbours, or with people coming and going, constantly in and out of each other's houses. I used to joke that there were no Tagalog words for alone or lonely. Of course there are, but many couldn't relate. Filipinos are sociable people, but when they say they miss home, it means they miss friends and family. Now the point here is, don't expect a Filipina to be easily comfortable by herself or with just one or two other people. She will not be used to it, and the object of the exercise is to make her transition from Philippines to Australia as smooth as possible. Filipino wives making friends. Filipino ladies make friends easily and readily. I see a couple of ladies hugging, slapping each other, teasing each other, eating off each other's plates. It's quite possible they only met 2 days ago. You know that British thing of holding back and being unfriendly? Well, that's not the Filipino way at all. And being in a new country away from the old town, barkadas, that means they're close mates, and family members, she will feel much better when she has some kababayan, which is fellow country folk, to talk to. Will help her enormously to have someone to compare notes with while learning how her new country and new society works. And it will give her that social outlet she needs, and will most likely be the start of a new social circle for both of you. Now, how can you help your Filipino lady to make new friends? Go to places where she can easily meet Filipinos. Now, you're probably aware that there are plenty of Filipinos out and about in Australia. Decades of wives with Australian husbands and overseas workers, 457 visa holders that is, over the last 10 to 15 years. And you'll generally find a few Filipino ladies even in the remotest areas. Specific places, supermarkets, open air farmers markets, churches, especially the Catholic Church. Now, I don't mean you go to these places specifically to meet Filipino ladies, that sounds a bit strange. Just that it will be highly likely there will be Filipino ladies there, whereas not so much at the pub or at the hardware store. And what you need to do? Well, nothing basically. Filipinos seem to be able to recognise each other very easily. You'll be thinking, oh, maybe Malaysian or Vietnamese, but no, they will sort it out. Now this is how it works. This is this is the friend-finding ritual. Firstly, there's a glance, a smile. Take note. Smile and raised eyebrows. That's the ritual. But don't get involved yourself, because she may recognise signs of being mayabang, which is unfriendly, up herself basically. So trust her judgment. So don't go and say, oh, I met this lady and I've invited her and her husband. Don't do that yourself. Now they will let them sort it out. They will talk and exchange numbers if they want to, and it will most certainly happen. It'll happen all the time. So the only contribution from you is to, if you happen to have a mate or two married to Filipino ladies, then arrange a get-together fairly soon after your lady arrives. It will help a lot. Now, Filipino wives and social problems. Now, it's not all smiles and hugs. You will unfortunately find some social problems out there which can be upsetting, and those which can be more than upsetting, especially if your Filipino lady is young and impressionable. The divorcees and the gamblers. This is my opinion. Disagree with me if you wish, but I hope you will at least consider this. This is from my observation. Divorced women, Filipino or otherwise, often go on a mission. Why? No idea. Divorced men are usually depressed and keep to themselves, whereas the Ladies seem to long to go out and socialise, and they seem to like convincing other women that they too can obtain their freedom from the shackles of patriarchy by telling them all the faults they can see in their marriage, all under the guise of sisterhood, of course. A group of them 10 years older than their victim can do some real damage. I've seen it, so be aware and watch out. The gamblers are the ones who play cards, mahjong, and the dreaded pokies, of course. Again, be aware, especially if your lady is young and impressionable. Gambling can ruin lives and can most certainly ruin marriages. I don't need to elaborate more on that. Just be aware of it. The Mayabang, the Maarti, and the Filipino associations all go together. Mayabang, as I said, they're the ones with a very high opinion of themselves. Now, Maarti means showing off, basically. A bit stupid, but fairly harmless. Filipino associations. Now, most areas have these. They're usually, whatever town, Australian Filipino Association or something similar to that. The president and secretary of this are usually very mayabang, and there will be bitter rivals in the wings. Some of these groups last for years and others break up because of internal squabbling. The power thing is usually taken far too seriously, and it can make get-togethers very painful. I can remember one gathering where there were 3 distinct groups in someone's house and yard, all avoiding each other. Others who weren't there were texting others who were there to checking if she was there, because they wouldn't go if she was. A bit pathetic and a bit sad. What it all stems from is that one's position on the social ladder in comparison with others on the same perceived ladder that matters to many Filipinos. The object of the exercise is to climb the ladder, and you do that by putting someone else lower down the ladder. In the Philippines, the need to cooperate with neighbours keeps most of this under reasonable control, but in Australia, where newfound prosperity means no one actually needs others like they did in the Philippines, the gloves are often off. That means enemies and factions. Now, the social ladder has rules. If someone is below you, you look down on them. If someone is above you, you suck up to them. Now, if your lady is young and unsophisticated and not very sure of herself, she may let the more dominant Filipino ladies up the ladder push her around. Now, be aware of this and let her learn the Aussie's social level playing field, so hopefully it won't bother her or influence her too much. Advice from experience: look, meet people, join the association, at least initially. Now work out who's nice and decent and work out who the manipulators and troublemakers are. Make some friends, especially where the Aussie husband gets on well with her Aussie husband. Otherwise you'll find social get-togethers excruciating, don't remind me. And then back off from those groups and organisations. Now look, if she has 3 to 4 nice, decent, family-oriented Filipinos nearby, she is very fortunate indeed. Thank you.